What are the general admission requirements for studying abroad?
So the requirements basically for undergrad, it is always a 12th standard, but we help actually students, those who have cleared their midterm or pre-board exams, and on the basis of those scores, we can get the additional, provisional and conditional admissions from the foreign universities. For masters, one has to be in the final semester. So we assist them in this way.
Can you please explain what is provisional admission?
So the provisional admission is like, if somebody is, the university is having a condition of maybe 85% of the cutoff in the credentials of that academic year. And the score, if the student is getting 85% and above, he is always there. But if he is not, then yes, his admission gets cancelled.
How can you help with the visa application process?
So our actually assistance is from, the beginning to end. It's complete handholding, which starts from application processing. Rather, before that, we create a profile and everything. And it is the application processing and then getting admissions and the scholarships wherever we can help the students financially and otherwise on merit basis. And then the visa. The visa process is the final step, actually, what we do for the student.
What support do you offer for language proficiency tests like IELTS and TOEFL?
So what we have quite trained teachers, those who are guiding and helping students to get desired bands and the score, be it IELTS or be it TOEFL or PT. And these are the free of cost what we do, provided they are routing their applications through us. They're taking the admissions through us, so we assist them in this process.
How strong should be one's profile that it can easily be converted?
So I always say, the credentials are definitely very important, but we look into this. Rather, the foreign universities, good universities are always looking into the overall profile, which includes many factors and the contribution to the society, even their extracurricular activities also. So we build that profile, actually. We help students in building those profiles. And on the basis of that, we try to get admission into high-ranking universities.
Do you also provide financial aid and scholarships guidance?
It's not the guidance, actually. We help students getting the decent scholarships. It is always on the basis of the merit. And another is always if somebody is having the financial constraints, but the profile is definitely very good. We push actually to the universities. That this student is definitely a decent one, actually. For this will be an asset actually for the university as well. So we always help actually getting the good scholarships.
Should we take a education loan from an Indian bank or a bank that has partnered with the university over there in foreign country?
So the data and the requirements are always there. Each and every bank is having different requirements for giving the education loan. Definitely, if those are Indian national banks, their rate of interest is definitely relatively low as compared to the private banks, and even the institutions may be backed by the universities as well. But in any case, since the information is always there, right, you can definitely take a call, maybe which bank to be approached for that. And the education loan basically depends upon various factors, and that includes sponsors of financial capabilities, and capacity to repay. And this is really very important, actually. And secondly, what kind of a program a student is going abroad to do. That's really very important, because, whether that person after graduating is going to get a good job or not, those things are always considered by the bank.
How do you assist your students in selecting the right program for them?
So we have a team which thoroughly goes through the complete profile and the credential background. On the basis of that, we choose, different programs for each and every, because each and every program is definitely unique for each and every. Each and every student or candidate is a unique one, right? So we always try to find the best suitable actually for them. And secondly, it is not only the program which is very important. What is more important is that after completing that, after graduating, he or she should always be getting a good job so that they can repay the loan as well, or maybe they can earn a decent living.
Can you provide some testimonials or success stories that your students have gone?
So in any case, those are always there. We have sent students to various top universities. Like in Canada, we have Queen's University, Toronto University, Waterloo University. Likewise, in UK, London School of Economics, University College London, King's College. So there are many universities, the top universities. Whenever any student is interested in talking to the student to whom we have already sent, they want to have some information or the help, we always introduce them to those students.
How can we approach Crossroads Consultancy?
So, well, it's the young people, nowadays they are very, very tech savvy, right? And it's there, the website is there, the telephone number and the email addresses are there. They can reach us on the WhatsApp as well. It's mentioned on the website, can easily be, we are always reachable.
What is the general application timeline for studying abroad and how early should we start?
So to create a profile, it takes almost 1 year time where we understand the student well. It includes, the clearance of your IELTS or PT or TOEFL exam as well. Secondly, what kind of interest that person is having, considering, the location where they want to go, maybe the country they want to go. And in country also there are various locations, various universities are there, various ranking universities are there. So it's not a very small process. It's a quite long process where we build a profile which is conducive for not only the student but also university where they are going. So because it's both sides. It is an asset. A student can be an asset to the university, and university can also be, obviously. University is always an asset for a student.
What are the healthcare and insurance options for students studying abroad?
So healthcare options are like, whoever is going abroad, each and every university, most of the time, they are always, or the country, they are always having their own insurance systems, healthcare systems. So for that, a student has to buy those insurances.
Can you provide some guidance on obtaining work permit after completing the graduation?
Yes. So we assist students after they complete studies. So each and every country is having their own, the post-graduation work permit tenures. And we help students, those who have gone or routed the applications through us. We help them in getting, the study permits from the government.
So this question is related to students, those who have just completed their 12th standard. How should they proceed with the application process to study abroad?
So whether the students, those who have completed, you must have read actually in the newspapers, I give you an example of IIT, JEE and mains. Number of students are 2 odd million and the vacancies are, hardly 1%, not even. So that becomes really very tough actually, and it's a big challenge actually for the students, and students are always confused and worried about their career. So we always advise them that simultaneously they should always be applying on the basis of their midterm or predictive scores given by the schools. We should always be applying to various top ranking universities, because here, if they don't get admission into, they should always be looking for, foreign universities. So it has to be a simultaneous process. We always, wish students getting their successes in IIT, JEE Main or NEET or CLAT, whatever the program they are doing. But if they get into good universities, they're always, good to go. I mean, we always wish them well. But since the percentage of getting admission into those universities are really very low, 1 to 2%, remaining are fighting their place in the private or mediocre kind of a universities, it's really a waste of time and energy, I would say, because the return on investment, that is the salary what they draw after graduating is really very low. So if they invest and if they have those budgets to go abroad, we always, encourage and motivate them to look into simultaneously applying abroad.
How important is statement of purpose or essay for a student to get into his dream university?
So, statement of purpose or essay, these are really very important. It's really very important step, because it has to catch an eye of an admission officer. The reason being, each and every seat in the university is being attracted at least by 100 to 200 applications per seat, I would say, right? Considering those factors, you should be writing the statement of purpose or essay in such a way that it has to catch an eye of an admission officer to impress upon. This is really very important, and you have to do a lot of research. You have to write it again and again. Maybe you have to make it a rhythmic kind of a essay, where the flow is such where the admission officer takes interest, and it should also be an honest kind of a feeling for an admission officer to understand, like, person who has written is definitely impressive one, and he or she genuinely look for that or desiring that college or program.
What is an LOR or letter of recommendation, and who would be the ideal person to go to?
So the letter of recommendations are really very important. This is the second important after statement of purpose or essay. And these letter of recommendations are generally given by the teachers or the professors of the school or the university where they have already studied. So those are a bit of, I won't say authentication. Those are basically a good moral character plus a confirmation kind that the student has studied under and how he or she was actually into studies. This is really very important requirement actually for any university in all the economies.
How can we identify if the university is on the top rank or not?
So those are very much on the Google. You can Google it. You can very well see it's there everywhere actually, where you can find out whether these universities are having which rank or that rank. Those are really it's available actually. It's available. It's a very easy one to find out.
How can we identify which university should I target and go to?
So we have each and every university which is though having very high ranking, but the thing is, like, why that university is good in what, and what are the reasons for, and where actually a student looking for pursuing a program. Like, maybe I give you an example, like if somebody wants to do economics, where he or she should be going to. So it is obviously the candidate should be going to London School of Economics for that matter. Maybe it is UK for that matter. UCL is also very good for them. But not necessarily, I don't want to name those universities, but there are many more good universities which are high ranking, but the faculty is there, but the university is known for A program, but not for the B program.
Let's dive deep into US. There is now problem going on with H1B visa, and that lottery system is going on. So how do you suggest students to go to US?
See, US is the number one economy in the world, right? When so many students are going abroad, it is not from India, from all over the globe. So, the H1B visa is always a lottery system over there. and the company is sponsoring, company is filing that for the candidate, but there is no help as such, anybody can do. It is the government which is having their own regulations and the rules for that.
Looking at the current relations with Canada, would you suggest one student to go and study in Canada?
So each and every country is evolving, wherever they face one or the other reason, where they see some immigration loopholes are there. And globally, it is not only from India, everywhere. There will be many people, those who are looking to go to developed economies and live a better life. So even if they don't have those credentials, they generally try to. So the government is actually plugging those all loopholes. So that's very good actually, because in that case, the competition improves. Yes, it is high competition now, but that Canada will also be having good. They'll be able to attract the good students. The cream will be there going. So. A good we deal with the universities which are definitely high rank. So for us, there is no issue as such.
How do you select universities?
So looking into the profile and the credentials of a student, we always suggest them, bunch of universities which will be good for them too. So we generally divide those universities into three categories: the ambitious, moderate, and safe universities. Ambitious universities are those where, considering their credentials, not necessarily they'll be getting the admission into, but sometimes what happens that because of a less number of applicants or the candidates, or otherwise the profile is not according to the grades, the marks in their previous academic qualification, but due to other reasons, their profile is looking good. So we try to file the applications in, and if they are keen in, obviously, we send those applications to those ambitious universities. If they get it, nothing like that. Then there are universities which are moderate one, where there is a competition in their category or in their level, on their level. A lot of strong competition is there. They may get or they may not get, right? And the third one is a safe category, where generally student is going to get the admission into. So we divide actually, and accordingly we file the applications for them.